tips to improve your Korean. At first, it's very boring and difficult. Studying alphabet is the first thing you need to focus on vocabularies and expressions. Hello everyone, I'm YJ. Wow, I have been super busy for the last couple of weeks, and I had recently got a new job and had some personal stuff to do, so it was really hectic. Because of this crazy schedule, I think I will be able to upload one video every other week or every 3 weeks. I don't know, I'm not sure, but I will try my best. Alright, today I want to give you guys some useful tips to improve your Korean. I've got so many questions about this, so this time I will summarize my thoughts and share them with you guys. Are you guys ready? Let's go. Many students ask like, oh, I'm new to this language, how can I start? Or where should I start with? Something like this. For this question, I would like to say, always studying alphabet is the first thing you need to do. Some students may say like, oh, I just want to learn some basic conversation without alphabet, or I just want to learn the meaning of specific songs or drama lines or interviews, something like that. But if you study this way without understanding Korean alphabet, you will most likely get bored soon and stop learning, because it is just memorizing, not understanding the language and principle. At first, it's very boring and difficult to study basics. But when you pass that step and start being able to read and recognize new language, you feel excited and get confident. That's the point you start to have fun learning language. And when you actually have a real conversation with native speakers, it's like the heaven. So, my recommendation is to start learning Korean alphabet first and practice to the point you can read each alphabet, combine them, and make sounds. For this, as you know, you can find those videos on my YouTube channel. Here is the first consonant. The name of this alphabet is 기어, 달려라. It means run. Some students ask me like, I know all the alphabet and know how to pronounce and make sounds. What should I do now? Then, that's the time you need to study a lot of vocabularies, expressions, and even sentences. Forget about grammar unless you are preparing for Korean exams or specifically improve your reading skills. Just focus on vocabularies and expressions. That's the fastest way to improve your Korean, especially for everyday conversation. For this, I recommend to use smartphone apps. There are many apps you can study from for Korean vocabularies and expressions. I personally like an app called Duolingo. You can study words, practice, and even take an exam with this app. Another thing you need to do is watch Korean dramas and shows, like a lot. Especially like Run BTS, they provide Korean subtitles.
집에 갔구나, 석진이. 석진이가 좋냐.
예. 오서가. 어렵네.
진짜 못하는 애들의 싸움이다.
Here is my way to study language. First, please watch it with subtitles in your language first. And watch it again with Korean subtitles for the second time. And lastly, watch it one more time without subtitles. This is the way I improved my English before. It really helped me. Believe me, if you do this way every day for 3 months, you will definitely see your improvement. Yes, many students feel like Korean pronunciation is so difficult, and that is true. You will have to practice a lot. But I can give you tips. For me, I would like to suggest 3 ways. First, when you study vocabularies and expressions, please read aloud many times. You should not just read with your eyes. Pronounce them at least 10 times or more. Then your pronunciation will get better and better. Second, when you memorize those words, please pay attention to how native speakers pronounce them.
뭐야 이거? 뭡니까 이거?
저 TV에 봤을 때 이거 다 맞췄었는데.
아 진짜?
네.
진짜로?
What you need to do is just simply mimic their intonation and pronunciation. I've always shown you the Run BTS clips so that you can see how native speakers pronounce each word. Intonation is so important as much as pronunciation. So, carefully pay attention to how they say and practice like they speak. Third, some words have exceptional actual pronunciations. For example, we studied a word like 막내. Do you remember?
어차피 저거 막내잖아요.
One thing you should be careful about is the pronunciation. Even though the first letter has 기역 on the bottom part, it should sound like 응. So it's 막내, not 막내. In a real conversation, you will find more exceptional rules. So please keep in mind that we have some exceptional pronunciations. I've summarized those rules on my video, so if you are interested, please check it out. The best way to improve your Korean is, of course, visit Korea and get along with people here. But for now, it is very difficult because of COVID-19. So, my recommendation is look around your community and find a group studying Korean. If you don't have, you can make one and study together. This is learning language, so you need to speak and practice with people. That's very important. If you are living in a city, you might be able to find Korean community or students studying in your country. You can always suggest them a language exchange and teach your own language each other. If you are not living in a city, you can possibly find friends who are interested in BTS or Korean language or whatever related to Korean. Make a group and watch Korean dramas, shows, or Korean YouTube channels like this together with your friends. That way, you and your friends can practice and motivate together. Don't forget that learning language is all about consistency and having fun by communicating with people. Alright, that's it for today. I was trying to give you answers to the most frequent questions that I had. I hope it was helpful. If you have more questions, please leave a comment. Alright, Learning K family, see you next time.